Hey guys, welcome to Persia Red Space. I'm about to do a class on crystals and the ancestors, so I'm going to be looking back and forth. So excuse me for that, but I felt like this was something that I did need to post on my YouTube so that you guys could also be aware of it and just, like have it. So if you would like to use it and corresponding with or working with your ancestors, you have it. Also excuse me because I'm outside and there's going to be cars going around and stuff like that, so please excuse me. I'll try to talk as loud as I can to make sure that you guys can hear me. So yeah, just my eyes will be going back and forth. I'm doing a small little 1 hour class real quick. Hopefully like it won't be the whole hour, but I'll be going over some different crystals and stuff like that. So yeah, chill, get your drinks, get your smoke, get whatever you need, and come relax with me in Persia Red Space. Okay, I'm gonna stop it real quick and then I'm gonna be right back on. All right. So, the first crystal that I want to talk about, because I know a lot of people try to figure out what crystals are good to communicate with or just have with your ancestors, and there are lots and lots of crystals out there, like hundreds of thousands of different types of crystals out there. So I'll just do some common ones that everybody's familiar with that should be easy for you guys to be able to pick up from either a local botanica, crystal shop, or if you go to the gem and jewelry shows that come, then you should be able to pick these crystals up with no problem. The first crystal I want to go over is black tourmaline. Very easy crystal to get. Black tourmaline is a very protective crystal. It also does for grounding. It is used with the root chakra, aka the base chakra, as well to help ground you. Some ways to use this crystal for grounding itself is you can place them on your feet while you are outside, or you can meditate with them. Also, placing these crystals like on your ancestor altar or having them on you when you speak to your ancestors actually helps to facilitate protection around the conversation that you're having with your ancestors. It helps facilitate just protection of you and your whole energy and being, because you don't want other things to come around while you're trying to have a personal private conversation with your ancestors. So not only does this keep you grounded, it works with the root chakra, and it helps dealing with like whole protection all the way around when dealing with your ancestors and in their private space. Did anybody have any questions about black tourmaline or anything like that before I move on to the next one? Hey, Stephanie. Okay, so I'll just go back one more time. Black tourmaline is good for protecting the space that you're in and yourself when speaking to your ancestors, so that your conversation with them is private and is protected. It also helps ground you. Great for the base, aka root chakra. You can place these on your feet to help you ground. What else? I think that was all that I wanted to say about black tourmaline. Oh, and it's great for EMF radiation protection and 5G protection. So we go with that. That is a really easy one to get. It's not hard at all. The next crystal that I'm going to be talking about is clear quartz. This is very, very easy to get. For the crystals that I like to use on my altars, I like to use them raw. So if you can get raw crystals, now to me that's better, because they're I won't say fresh out the earth, but they still have remnants of the earth instead of being polished and tumbled and everything else being washed off. So this is clear quartz. And clear quartz is a all-around, master healing tool. When talking to your ancestors, you want to facilitate healing at all times. Like, we are our ancestors. They are us. So whatever they carry or had, you still want to be able to heal it, as well as yourself, in any, space or dimension that you're in. This is a stone that amplifies energy, meaning if you want to amplify the communication, the honoring, the thankfulness, the gratefulness that you are trying to achieve with your ancestors, this will amplify that completely. It also works in aligning, cleansing, and clearing your auric field and all of your chakras, meaning the 7 that we know and the other etheric ones that are less talked about. So this is a great crystal just to have on their altar to amplify, their communication, the energy that you want to get from them. And what else can we use this for? Oh, it is a master healing stone. So like I said before, this is great to have on your altar because it helps facilitate the energy of healing while amplifying it, keeping us in a space that is healing on many levels, not just physical healing, but there's also emotional healing, spiritual healing, mental healing, things of that nature. So it facilitates that as well. Am I missing anything else that we can talk about with clear quartz that we use for the ancestors? We talked about healing, we talked about amplification, cleansing, clearing, opening of the auric field and the chakras, all of them. It brings in positive energy. It attracts positive vibes, positive energy. Anything vibrating on a higher frequency, this will bring in as well. And you always want your ancestors of a higher frequency. You always want your ancestors to be in a space of positivity and in a space of, great energy when you're talking to them. And when you're talking to them, you want to be in that space as well. You guys want to meet, being in the same space, no matter what it is you're asking them for or telling them or just thanking them for. So, clear quartz. Anyone have any questions about that? Hi, Shay. So we went over black tourmaline and clear quartz. The next stone that is great to use with and for your ancestors is amethyst. This amethyst was actually, I was able to dig up some years ago, so I don't know if you guys can see from here, but it has like still some dirt on there and stuff like that. So I like it. And the color is just like a smoky quartz. It's not like a really like extra bright purple. Amethyst is great for protecting against psychic attack and enhancing psychic abilities, which is the ability to communicate more effectively with your ancestors that you are trying to talk to. It also brings in a lot of positive energy, and it is used for the crown chakra. So it enhances not just psychic ability, psychic communication, but just it enhances your awareness and it enhances your consciousness to communicate on a different level. So you would use this for, I usually keep mine on my altar. You could keep it like just on you when you're talking to them. But this is just great to keep on your altar because it creates like a light shield around you and your space. So it will create a light shield around your altar to keep out nosy folks that are trying to figure out and look at your altar, listen to your conversation. You're protecting against that, especially with black tourmaline also being in the mix, and you're amplifying all of this energy with clear quartz. So your crown chakra is open, it's stimulated, it is being enhanced with amethyst. Oops, almost dropped it. Sorry. It's being enhanced with amethyst. So this is definitely a definite go-to when if you only want to get one crystal for the time being. This deals with the protection and the enhancement of the crown chakra, and it deals with creating a protective barrier around the person and the space that is in. So amethyst, and it's like the rest of the ones that I've named. There, it's not hard to get. You do have to be careful because there are ways to create fake amethyst. So just try to make sure that you're getting real quality amethyst when you get yours, and it's not treat heated citrine. So there's that. Okay. Another crystal that I have is called Pronite. It's a light green. It's a light green crystal with a little bit of dark flakes. And Pronite is like the stone of prophecy. So it allows you to have inner knowing, inner healing. It allows inner growth. So it makes communication, especially prophetic communication with your ancestors, easier. It allows for lucid dreaming, but it reduces nightmares. So if you're the type that, you know, when you speak to your ancestors, they speak to you in dreams, this would be the perfect stone to have with you so that it reduces any nightmares. It allows you to remember more of your dreams and promotes lucid dreaming, prophetic dreams. And in using this, you are promoting your inner growth, inner knowledge. You're able to have clearer connection and conversation with your ancestors with this stone. What else? It also has connection to the heart chakra because green is the connection to the heart. So it does create protection around the heart as well as you in communication while you're asleep or while you're awake. This stone, I won't say that it's common, but it isn't hard to find. I just don't think people know too much about it as far as a green stone or a stone to use, honestly. So it is not expensive to get, but it's probably not too heard of. Sorry about that. There's a plane going over. But it's not that hard to get. Hey Kiki, hey Renard. Oh, I did. Love you, twin. So did I say everything I wanted to say about Pronite? It's a prophetic stone, helps with communication, clearing it up, making it more efficient, helps with the heart chakra and protection and stimulation. It helps with our inner growth, inner knowing, inner awareness. Yes, it just helps with divine communications with the ancestors. It helps give lucid dreams. It helps you remember your dreams, and it reduces nightmares. So this is a really, really good stone if you feel like your communication with the ancestors is blocked, or you feel like it's not strong enough, or you communicate with your ancestors through your dreams. This is a really good stone to have to help clarify all that and make you more efficient and just enhance your knowing to receive messages and downloads when talking to your ancestors, or just trying to get their response to a question, or just whatever it is you're trying to do. Another plane. I'm sorry, guys. So we've gone over black tourmaline, we've gone over amethyst, we've gone over clear quartz, and we have just finished Pronite. The next stone that we are going to go for, which I feel like a lot of people do know about this stone, it is a really good stone for healers, for anybody doing any communication with ancestors or with, the spiritual realm, it is Selenite. I do have this in the raw, but I didn't want to move it. So this is my palm stone that I have. Selenite, it facilitates connection with the spiritual realm, the ancestral realm, any of the higher vibrational divine realms. It helps with the communication. Not only does it do that, you can also ask it to bring protection from the spiritual realm. So it will protect you from just any type of negativity trying to come in, that's trying to get in on the conversation. It calls forth protection from the spiritual realm for you by your guardians, by whoever is looking after you. It also definitely works with the crown chakra and its enhancement. So, your crown is where you get all your downloads, just where you get all your information, where your messages and dreams come from. And this helps facilitate that. So we have, majority of these stones are protective in their own way, but as far as like psychic, sleep, like dealing with your crown, black tourmaline and amethyst and selenite are the protection stones. I like to use a couple of different stones together when working with my ancestors because of their different abilities and the different type of protection. I like my protection to be all the way around when I'm having conversations with my ancestors, because I don't want people like listening in, peeping in, and being able to figure out, what I'm saying energetically, as well as, being a, reader, intuitive, medium. This stone also helps me be protected when I am doing things and communicating with ancestors across the veil or on the other side or anything like that. So not only is it protecting me in the physical realm, it's also protecting me in the spiritual realm. So that's another good thing, depending on how you guys go and talk to your ancestors and how they communicate with you. This is a great stone to have on you, as well as on your altar or however you honor your ancestors or make their physical space. So those are the 5 crystals that are definitely really, really good to use with your ancestors. I did say I was going to put in a bonus because I like to use this or use things like this on my ancestor altar and their ancestral space, because the energy of this item is enhanced, let me say, in this use. I'm just going to show you. Some people know what this is, some people don't. I like to use Orgonites on my ancestor altar. Orgonites basically amplify the properties of whatever crystals are inside it, and the metals that are inside it and the symbols. So if I wanted an ancestral Orgonite, I would, and any of these 5 crystals can go in there and be used to help communicate and facilitate with the ancestors. And of course it will be amplified because this amplifies energy, period. So you have the energy amplified. What else was I going to say about it? This also helps with inducing lucid dreams, restful sleep. It takes in negative energy and pushes out positive energy. So it's like a cleaning scrub. It scrubs the negative energy and changes it into positive. So I like to have this on my ancestor altar to keep positivity in that space, to, amplify any means of communication, protection, love, or higher vibrations in that space and around myself. Because I mean, depending on where you keep it, like, you can have Orgonites around you at all times, or you could just keep them on your altar or wherever you feel good about. If you know someone that makes these, just, ask them for an ancestor Orgonite. And like I said, any of the 5 that I've named could be in there, or you could ask them to put all 5 in there. I like the aesthetics that Orgonites can come in, meaning I like the different shapes, sizes, and colors they can come in, as long as they're doing their job. And this is just something else that uses the crystals but amplifies the properties. Sorry about that. I almost bit my lip. Amplifies the properties of crystals and metals and symbols. So you can also get, you know, like pictures put in here. Like if you have an ancestor or a couple of ancestors where you have their photos, you can get photos put into your Orgonites. You can have, like, I have a friend who put her grandfather's bullet in her Orgonite piece and put it on her altar to commemorate her grandfather and the rest of her ancestors that were in the military or had done things in the military. So these are also great things to have on an ancestor altar. It definitely ramps up energy, power, and it creates a better space for you and your ancestors as far as your communication goes. Let me think. Okay, so I hope this really helped you guys, you know, give you some ideas of what crystals that you can use if you've been questioning what to use with your ancestors and stuff like that. And like I said, these pieces, I'll put the link down below because I do make these pieces. I keep them on my altars. I love them. They definitely help with communication by amplifying whatever's in the crystal. So put all the ancestor crystals in here, and like there are more than this, but I just named 5 for you guys just to start you off with. But whatever crystal that you might want, or that maybe your family loved or whatever, you can put them in there and then put something like this on your altar. You can get it in different colors. It doesn't have to be a pyramid. It can be anything. But I'll put my information down below if you're interested in getting one of these. So I have some on my Etsy, and then I have some that I can custom make. So it's all up to you. But yes, these crystals definitely make a big difference. And they definitely help with your protection, your communication, your inner knowledge, your inner knowing. It puts you in a very positive and empowering space. So again, we had black tourmaline, we had amethyst, we had clear quartz, we had selenite, and we had pronite, greenstone. Let me get my pronite back. Where'd they go? But yeah, I'm gonna have to find them later. Fell behind my water bottle. But thank y'all for coming, and again, thank y'all for dealing with my eyes going back and forth and everything like that. I was doing a little 30-minute course on Facebook as well to talk about this, and I felt like this was something that you guys could also hear about and, you know, utilize for your own ancestor altar or ancestral communication. So thanks for spending time with me, and as always, I can't wait to see you guys again. And I hope that you have an amazing day, night, evening, early morning, wherever you are. And catch me later. Catch me next time for my next video. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.